What's up, guys? Hope you all are doing well. As I have said a couple times, I'm working on a personal transformation. So I'm trying to get leaner, I'm trying to get more athletic, and just overall kind of change my body composition in a lot of ways. So in order to do that, it starts with my eating. And what we're gonna run you through today is a full day of eating. So starting out with meal number one, love the trifecta. These are pre-cooked bison patties, so they're ready to rock. So what I do with this is I get 6 ounces. So I always pull my bowl out first, turn the scale on, and then just simply cut this package open just like this. And then I weigh out, so I like to just cut it up with scissors here. And then I'll go until I've got 6 ounces of meat right there, dead on 6. So now that I've got that measured out, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in the pan and get that warming up. And then with this meal as well, I get 6 eggs. So very easy for me to remember, 6 ounces of the trifecta Bison Burgers, and then 6 eggs. All right, so we got the eggs done. So I just throw them back in that same bowl that I measured the meat in. Just like that. With this meal, I get rice. So in the past, when I've had rice, I've had an approximate amount of rice that I've eaten. With this, I'm holding myself accountable and actually measuring out the rice. So with this, I get 1.5 cups of cooked rice, and don't overdo it with the rice. Unfortunately, you guys know that I like the rice, but gotta keep myself honest. So there's 1 cup, and then we'll do 1/2 cup to top it off, like that. 1.5 cups of rice, and I just kind of mash it up, and that is meal number 1. All right, guys, I am excited to eat. With this diet, one thing I will say is I wake up starving. I'm pretty much starving all day, to be fair, but I am very excited when I get to eat my first meal. So I'm gonna jump into this and get it done. Time for meal number 2. So with this meal, I again get the bison patties from Trifecta. Super simple, so I'm just gonna pop these in the microwave here. And then while those are cooking, I get to measure out my huge meal that's coming up. So the next thing that I get to eat is a choice of fruit. So today with this meal, I'm gonna go with blueberries. So I get 1 cup of blueberries. So I got my cup here to measure that all out. And I just kind of dump them in pretty close. Now I try to get every single one of these because, like I said, I'm starving. So I keep it honest, but every blueberry counts in this. So I'm gonna call that 1 cup right there. So I just dump those in a bowl, and then these little guys get to wait for the next meal. So we'll throw those over there. And then next up, and this is actually more of a treat than I thought it was going to be, is I get to eat two rice cakes with this meal. So I'm gonna get those out as well here, and I'll probably just take that bag over with me. So next up, I'll just get the scale ready, and when the bison is done, I get 10 ounces of bison, so I'll get that measured out. All right, so bison is ready, and then I get 10 ounces of bison. Oh, just a little bit too much. $10 on the dot, just like that. And that is meal number 2. So I'm gonna go get after eating this. for meal number 3, and this is my pre-training meal. So on days that I train, this meal is a little bit different, and I will explain that, but today is a training day. So what I get is a protein shake, and I'm having the Undefined Nutrition Persist ISO. This is a whey isolate, but what's special about this is that we added probiotics and digestive enzymes. So for people that tend to have trouble with whey, this should set a lot better on their stomach. I was very insistent on that, and it tastes amazing. Everybody says their stuff tastes amazing, but the reviews that we have been getting are second to none, and I'm very, very proud of this. So I get 65 grams. The other thing I will point out, if you have larger hands, one of the things we did is made the opening of the container a little bit bigger so that even Brian Shaw sized hands can fit into there and grab the scooper, because that has been a huge problem for basically all of my life. So this is 26 grams of protein per scoop. So what I'm gonna do is 2 full scoops, and then just shy of 3/4 of a third scoop to get basically right at that 65 grams of protein that I need for this meal. So we're gonna call that right about there, good. And this mixes very, very easily. I prefer to have mine with a little bit of ice, hence the blender, but as you will see, it mixes up super easy and tastes great. So let's get it going. And that's basically all we have to do with that. So obviously not hard to blend up. And then I just throw it into a bigger shaker bottle here to drink. Just like that. Boom. Let's talk through the rest of meal number 3. So with the protein shake, I get a selection of fruit. So pre-training, I'm gonna go with a banana. And then on top of that, I get 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, which I will be measuring with my little tablespoon here. And because, like I said, normally that would be the end of my meal if it was not a training day. But because I have to go train after this meal, I get to have 2 Rice Krispie treats. So the Rice Krispie treats give me just under a extra 100 grams of carbs and then around 500 calories for those. So again, it's just the energy demands of training. Because my carbohydrate intake is lower, this will give me kind of a kick before training, but again, I only get that on training days. So it's kind of an extra treat because it's a training day, but normally my meal would just be these things. So we're gonna get to it and get this taken care of. All right, guys, finished up training, and it is time for meal number 4. So for this meal, switch it up and go with shredded chicken. Again, trifecta, always saving me during my busy days. So I get 12 ounces of shredded chicken. So cut this open. Oh man, just over. Just cut it back to 12 on the dot, perfect. And if you hear the boys in the background, they got home. So this is typically when we do family dinner. So you guys are getting to be a part of that right now. So we got 12 ounces shredded chicken. Next up, we have asparagus. So I'll do 4 ounces of asparagus. Again, I know I keep saying this, but trifecta literally saves me every single day. So we'll tear this out. And then scoop out 4 ounces here of asparagus. Perfect. So we'll get that in the microwave here real quick. The last part of this meal is sweet potato fries I get. So this is 1 bag of sweet potato fries, and I get to eat that entire bag. So again, it seems like you know, with this, what you guys have to understand, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are like, oh, you're cutting back and eating a whole bag.
Say something for me, Kellen!
That's typically what happens. I don't get to eat all the fries anyways, but I'm sure, like I was saying, a lot of people out there are like, oh, you're trying to cut back and eating a whole bag of sweet potato fries. But what you guys have to realize is, you know, if you watch the DEXA scan, I have so much muscle tissue on my body that I'm burning through a ton of calories, especially with training and doing the extra exercising that I am doing right now. I need carbs, so I'm not gonna cut out carbs completely. That would be ridiculous because my body would not respond well to that. So I'm trying to do this smart, trying to cut down, but yeah, this is my meal number 4 post-training. So we're gonna go sit down and eat this because I am starving. Wrapping up meal number 4, and yeah, I definitely enjoy that meal. It's a lot more volume, it feels like to me. As you can hear, the boys are playing in the background here, but it's a lot more volume overall. The chicken especially, you know, even though it's not extremely high calorie, it's a lot of, you know, chewing, and it kind of gives me some satisfaction. It's kind of weird to say that, but it gives me some satisfaction just having what feels like a bigger meal, even though it's not a ton of calories. So yeah, I'm happy to have that done. I've got a little bit more work to go get done, and then I get one more meal today to finish out the day. Meal number 5, last meal of the day. So here's what I've got going. Finish the day with Bison Burgers. So I've already got those heated up, and I get to have 10 ounces of Bison Burgers. So we're gonna throw those on the plate here. Perfect. Starting to learn how to cut the right amount of meat off. So we got 10 ounces of Bison Burgers. With that, I get another 1.5 cups of rice. So I'm gonna get that measured out here as well. Go right there. So just like that. So 1.5 cups of rice, 10 ounces of Bison Burgers, and then along with that, I get a salad. So this is just kind of like a spring mix that I go with for my salad. And then I basically just get to have a bowl of it. So I'll just kind of get it measured out here. I don't weigh it or anything with the salad. So I just have been filling up, basically fill this bowl up. And then that is my serving, and then on top of that I get balsamic vinaigrette, so 1 serving of that, and just drizzle it around. So salad, and then get to eat the bison and the rice. Now I'm hungry again, as you can imagine, and as you guys can see from following along, my calories are significantly down today. They're a little bit higher, of course, because of the Rice Krispie treats around training, but if you take away those Rice Krispie treats, I'm just under 5,000 calories, which, you know, those of you guys that have followed me for quite a while know that typically I hang around, you know, 9,000 to 10,000, maybe a little bit over that, especially when I'm training hard for a competition. So this is a significant drop in calories, and what I will say is I have not weighed in. So I'm coming up on 10 days now that I've been following this diet to a T. I haven't cheated. I've got in everything that I've wanted to get in. And on top of that, I will mention as well, this is a unlabeled bottle, but this is a new product that will be coming from Undefined Nutrition. I'm really excited about. It is a fat burner. So I'm essentially testing that on myself to make sure, number one, that it works and see how I feel on it. And so far, so good. I feel very good. I have not weighed in. That's one thing I have not done. And with this challenge to myself, I just know how I am. And this goes for gaining weight or losing weight. If I start hopping on the scale every single day, it just puts me in a bad mental spot, and I'm very competitive. So if I don't see the number that I want to see, I have a hard time accepting that. So I haven't weighed in. What I will say is I have been taking pictures of myself, and I can see changes happening. I can feel changes happening. So I'm really excited to see where the weight is. I guess, who knows, maybe we'll have to update you guys on that as you're following along. But what I will say is now that typically I eat my last meal with my wife, Carrie. We kind of talk about our days. It's kind of our, if you will, kind of date time to just connect with each other and to communicate on a daily basis. I think that's really important. So I am not going to show you guys eating this. I think you've seen enough of me eating today. I'm going to go join Carrie, enjoy this last meal, and call it a day, and then do it all again tomorrow. But thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're going through your own transformation, keep it up. Just do it on a daily basis. Stay motivated, stay hungry, stay excited, and most of all, go out and be great. We'll check you guys later.